Hi, my name is Rodney Thomas, and the chapter that I decided to do was chapter 2, which is the morally developed media professional. And I decided to do this chapter because it tells you all about moral development in theory. This chapter takes you through the stages from early ethical decision-making to moral sophistication. It also has us going through a situation of a young reporter who found herself caught between her own ethics and her profession, thus creating the situation of self-reflect. When it comes to ethics, it's basically treated as a personality trait. Like, if you don't have it, you don't have it. Like, it's stuff you learn from your parents, or maybe you learned in a certain environment you grew up in. And it's a skill that we all have hardwired to have, just as we have the same skills as human beings to have the capacity to walk, talk, and grow intellectually. The issues I found within this chapter, they lie within our story of the reporter of Sarah. Sarah felt as if she was wrongly treated when it came to her job as a journalist. From being told she couldn't work overtime because of her, inexperience, because she went all the way across the country to work that job, and they had a certain policy where you couldn't work overtime that much. To the city editor telling her she couldn't check in on a pregnant drug addict that she reported on. And she was very confused, very conflicted. She went around the newsroom and asked her peers, what am I doing wrong? Why am I getting so picked on? Things like that. And they had to really explain to her that in the end, you may seem like you're doing good for that one person, but if you do your job properly as a professional journalist, you will not only touch people that can reach her and help her in the community, but you'll reach a way wider audience that can actually help multiple people, not just that one person that you're touching. You can touch so many more others if you just stay controlled, don't have tunnel vision, don't have a instead of just thinking about yourself, think about the whole bigger picture, basically. And in the end, she came up with a decision that she wanted to fit in. She took their advice, didn't want to be a lone ranger. She figured out, and in the end, she figured out that, hey, she can help way more people than just one. And what I took from this chapter, I took that if you're not in your own mind, if you're not selfish, if you're not yada, 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 et cetera, you can help many more people. If you don't have tunnel vision, you can be more in tune with the world's problems, issues, anything like that. And how can I be more ethical? Well, how am I more ethical? I understand that instead, because I honestly was reading this saying, why were they blaming Sarah? But I had to think about it at the end. It was like, okay, you helped this one person, then that's it. What really big impact did you have? So, yeah, that's my chapter two overview, basically, and what I chose. Thank you.